Japanese dragons in Japanese mythology. The legend of Yamata no Orochi. Susanoo, a kami or god of the sea, storms, harvest, and love, arrived in the land of Izumo. Upon finding a pair of chopsticks washed up in a stream, he followed the stream to find an old couple and their young daughter, Kushinada Hime. They were crying. Susanoo found out that the young girl Kushinada Hime was doomed to be sacrificed to Yamata no Orochi, a giant dragon with 8 heads and tails. He was so big, he covered the span of 8 valleys. Every year for 8 years, Yamata no Orochi devoured one of the couple's daughters, sadly leaving them with only one. A deal was made. Susanoo was promised Kushinada Hime's hand in marriage, if in return he would slay the dragon responsible for her sister's deaths. Kushinada Hime was turned into a comb and placed into Susanoo's hair to remain safe. The older couple brewed a strong sake, and Susanoo left it out in a vat to lure the dragon, as dragons love sake. The dragon came in the night and drank all of it. He became so drunk he passed out. Susanoo seized the opportunity and cut him to pieces, leaving the river running red. Susanoo pulled a sword out of the dragon's tail and offered it to the sun deity. The sword became known as Kusanagi no Tsurugi, or the Great Sword of Kusanagi, and one of the great imperial treasures of Japan. In the legend of Yamata no Orochi, it is undeniable that the dragon of the same name is the villain. He is an evil, unforgiving beast that eats beautiful daughters. But many dragons in Japanese mythology are defenders of kami, the gods of heaven and earth. They represent wisdom, strength, and unpredictability in both Buddhist and Shinto religion. The Japanese dragon is commonly written as Ryu or Tatsu. In Japanese mythology, dragons are shaped like snakes, with scales and feathers, no wings, paws, or 3-clawed talons, hairy furry heads, and frequently have deer-like horns. This seems somewhat similar to Chinese dragons, but interestingly enough, Chinese folklore dragons have 5 claws as opposed to 3. As well as being an amalgamation of different animals, dragons in Japanese mythology are often shapeshifters, which means they may have different forms. You may think of a popular one, Haku, from Spirited Away. They are gods after all. It is important to view mythological aspects from all cultures, because upon close examination, you will find that there are similarities and continuities across all cultures, that brings all humans together. We are all not so different from one another. So I implore you to think, what aspects of Western dragons and Eastern dragons do you think were influenced by the environment they were created in?